Before we begin, please imagine the bell notification is on and you're subscribed to Huna Stories. The chair scraped backward without anyone touching it. That was the sound that did it. Wood on tile. Empty space announcing itself. I stood there with a pie sweating butter through foil, watching steam curl toward a ceiling fan that hummed like it didn't want to be involved. 11 chairs, 10 people sitting, one place missing, shaped exactly like me. No one looked up. My mother kept carving the turkey, her wrist moving in calm practice strokes. "We'll figure something out," she said, not looking at me. There just weren't enough chairs. I watched my cousins +1, someone I'd never met, laugh and tuck her legs under my chair. I didn't say anything. I lifted them. I doubt I remember the cold more than the hurt. November slapped my face awake as I crossed the driveway. My phone vibrated in my pocket. Notifications, group chats, someone sending a picture of the table already rearranged. My name wasn't in the frame. That was the moment something quiet inside me locked into place, and I knew I wasn't coming back the same. I had always been the extra, the flexible one, the understanding one. I learned early that my role in the family was to make things easier by being smaller. My mother used to say I was low maintenance. She smiled when she said it, like it was a compliment. What it really meant was that I didn't complain when I was overlooked, or talked over, or used as a solution to other people's problems. Holidays were my specialty. I paid for the streaming services everyone used to unwind after dinner. I covered the music subscription because my mom liked options. I paid for cloud storage for the shared family photos. I handled the passwords. I handled the renewals. I handled the quiet maintenance of everyone's comfort. I thought that made me part of the table. Apparently, it just made me invisible. The red flags had been there long before Thanksgiving. I see them now, laid out neatly like evidence. The way my mother stopped asking what time I'd arrive and started assuming I'd figure it out. The way my siblings spoke over me, then asked me to repeat myself when someone else needed clarification. The way my cousin joked that I was basically staff and everyone laughed a second too long. I told myself I was being sensitive. I told myself families are messy. I told myself love doesn't always look like attention. But attention, I learned, is the currency of respect, and I had gone broke. The breaking point wasn't the missing chair. It was what I saw through the window as I walked back to my car. They had already filled the space I left. They didn't scramble for a chair. They didn't apologize. They didn't come after me. They just closed the gap. That image stayed with me all night. I didn't cry. I didn't rant. I went home, set the pie on my counter, and stared at it until the kitchen clock clicked past midnight. Then I opened my laptop. There's a calm that comes after humiliation if you let it. A clarity motion burns out and leaves clean lines behind. I logged into the accounts first, one by one. Streaming services, music platforms, cloud backups, shared calendars. I didn't rush. I read the usage logs, I checked the profiles. My mother had her own watch list. My siblings had playlists they curated like identities. My cousins +1 had already created a profile with a nickname. I canceled everything. No dramatic messages, no notes, just clean confirmations. Refunds pending, access revoked. Then I did the part that took more thought. I owned the family group plan for the digital photo archive. Thousands of memories. Birthdays, weddings, videos of my late father laughing on a beach. I had always paid because I was the only one who understood tech. I downloaded my copies, then I closed the account. They noticed at 6:12 a.m. My phone lit up like a crime scene. What happened to Netflix? Did the internet go out? I can't access the photos. Why is everything asking me to resubscribe? My mother called last. She left a voicemail. Her voice was confused, then sharp, then wounded. She said my name like it was a problem she needed solved. I didn't need coffee. I ate a slice of the pie. It tasted better than it should have. The confrontation came that afternoon, because of course it did. They showed up at my door without asking. My siblings stood behind my mother like backup singers, arms crossed, righteous and confused. "This is petty," my brother said. My mother didn't yell. She did something worse. She minimized. "You embarrassed us," she said softly. over a chair. I looked at her and felt the last thread snap. It wasn't the chair, I said. It was the audit. They stared at me. I told them everything. Not loudly, not angrily. I listed dates, payments, accounts. The way I always paid so they didn't have to think about it. The way comfort had quietly flowed through me and out to them. You didn't forget me, I said. You just didn't factor me in. My mother shook her head. You're being dramatic. That's when I smiled. They thought the cancellations were the revenge. They didn't know about the other thing, the thing I had been doing for years without realizing it was leverage. I had been the administrator on more than entertainment: insurance, utility accounts, emergency contacts, shared calendars with medical reminders, password resets tied to my email. I didn't lock them out of anything essential. I wasn't cruel. I just removed myself. No more automatic refills, no more reminders, no more invisible labor smoothing their lives. The systems didn't collapse immediately. They degraded slowly. Missed appointments, late fees, confusion, stress. That's what made them scream. Not loss, exposure. They had to see how much I had been holding together. Weeks passed. No one apologized properly. My mother tried once, but it came with conditions. I declined. I felt lighter without the constant maintenance humming in the background of my life. I slept better. I stopped checking my phone compulsively. The silence wasn't empty, it was earned. Sometimes I think about that chair, how solid it looked, how easily it was given away. I don't imagine myself sitting there anymore. I imagine the space I left and how noticeable it became once it was gone. I didn't take revenge to hurt them. I took it to stop hurting myself. And that, finally, felt like justice.